Hi class and welcome to HSA 6152, Health Policy. My name is Dr. Nancy Shahada and I'll be your professor for this course. So in this video I'll just be going over the layout of the course. I'll be providing a very brief overview of the links to the different content pages and sections in this course, just to kind of give you an idea of how to maneuver through the course, how to navigate it. And that pretty much is my intro. So let's get started. All right, so first I'd like to begin, before jumping to the Start Here page, to the links that are found on the left-hand side of course menu bar found on your screen. So the first title here, it's Home. This is the first place you're taken to, which is the page that I'm on. And below that is a link titled the syllabus. Now I'm gonna just jump there really quick. What the syllabus is, it's not my actual syllabus, so you still do need to download the syllabus of the course, but this syllabus is actually created by Canvas, and it just provides you with all the due dates of the different assignments in this course. It also shows you how each category is weighed in this course, ultimately, giving you your grade. Now, I do have different categories like the discussion, which are your discussion board assignments compiled together. The health paper, it's 30% of your grade, so that's a separate category. This assignment, please ignore, that will be deleted. Your course introduction category is actually your syllabus quiz as well as your introductory post. You are required to complete both assignments. However, they aren't graded and they're not accounted for in your course grade, for this class. All right, so now I am going to go back to those links Now I will be clicking on the module link very soon, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how I have this course organized. So each module represents a week in this course. I also have a weekly course schedule, which I expect you all to follow. It's found on the Start Here page, and it's also a breakdown of the course. So in the weekly modules, you will have an overview of the assignments that are due. You'll also have materials that are provided to you, including video lectures, PowerPoint presentations, terms for the assigned chapter of that week, as well as links to submit any assignment or discussion board forum for any discussion board assignment that is due for that week. And then here is the assignment, just pretty much similar to what we have below in the syllabus page, which is your assignments for this course. Quizzes, same thing, it's just a list of all the quizzes for this course. Of course, the quizzes will become available at different times. Now, I do have all the discussion board links, quiz links, and assignment links in the weekly course module in the week that they are due. All right, so I just want to make sure you understand that. Here's also a list of the discussion board forums, which means discussion board assignments. However, they do open up at different times. So really, as long as you're entering each weekly module, you really won't need the assignments, quizzes, or discussions links, but they are here for you. Below that are the people in this course, and grades is for you to check on any grades that you have in this course. So now I'm going to jump to the modules. Before I do, really quick, here is an inbox link, and this is where you can send out course messages to other students as well as to myself. You can also email me, and you can text me to the number found on the syllabus. Just always make sure to include your name and the course name. You could put HSA 6152 so I know which course you are from, since I do teach a couple of courses each semester. Below that is the help link if you need some help regarding navigating your Canvas course or doing something in the course, you could always use this link, and you also can email me or contact me. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the home page, and I'm gonna go to the Start Here page. It's just a little message from me, and here is the Start Here page. Now in the Start Here page, it just includes the materials you need to really get started in this course. So let me just quickly give you an overview of this page. I am gonna hide myself so it won't be so distracting. You could focus on what is on the screen in front of you. Let me see. All right, I should be hidden now. First is our required textbook. So it is titled Essentials of Health Policy and Law. It's the 3rd edition. We do cover all the chapters in this textbook. I have created video lectures for each chapter, but my aim was with this course to keep my video lectures very brief. They are between 15 to 20 minutes. You are responsible for reading each chapter, going through the PowerPoint presentation that I provide to you in each weekly course module, and reviewing the video lectures. Of course, if you ever have any questions, never hesitate to let me know. Below that is the required learning tool, which is the LearnScape learning tool for health policy. If I'm not mistaken, we do use all 4 scenarios as discussion board assignments in this course. Ignore that little icon, I will be fixing it. But in this section, you will find your weekly course schedule, as I said, which breaks down the course week by week by the topics that are covered, as well as the assignments that are due. So I'll be fixing this little section here. Here is a video. It's short, and it's just an introductory video about myself, introducing myself to you all. Now, you also have your introductory posts that are due the first week of this course. And again, for your introductory post, you can include a video. You don't need to do a PowerPoint presentation. It could be just yourself using Screencast-O-Matic. Or it could be a written introductory post, whichever you would rather. But I would love for you guys to take the time to do the video introductory videos. I think it's really nice to get to see the person that you're interacting with in the course. Here is a link that provides you access with some of the student success services that are provided by Florida Atlantic University. Below that is the eSuccess Advisor information. The e-learning success advisor is Patrick Dempsey. For those of you that recognize the name, it is not the actor, but he is really a great person, very helpful, very resourceful when it comes to navigating the course and just being successful in your online courses. Below that is some information on library tutorials, since you are responsible for doing research in this course, and you can do that research fully online. Now, please ignore this little image here. This will be fixed, but I just wanted to go through the Start Here page. I'm going to scroll back up. I don't want to get you dizzy. All right, so here I will be clicking on the modules link really quick. I wanted to go through the student resource module for this course. So I'm going to jump to the assigned course projects. And this provides you some information on the main projects in this course, which is your health policy paper, outline, and video that you're responsible for. Here are the dates that the different assignments are due. And then I have a sample paper, sample outline, so you understand what I expect to see when I'm looking at your paper. I expect in-text citations, reference lists that follow an APA format. I expect it to be organized in a specific manner, so make sure to take the time to look through these different documents. I also have a grading rubric just to give you a clear idea of what I'm expecting to see. Here are 2 files that just include kind of a checklist to make sure you're covering what you need to be covering in your health policy paper. And here are 2 videos on the APA writing style. All right, so now I'm going to scroll back up. And I'm going to go back to the modules, and I'm just going to briefly describe the different content pages found in the student resource module for this course. So here is a content page that provides instructions on how to use 2 different free online video recording tools. Below that are useful links for this class. Then you have instructions on how to use Canvas. Below that is information on the LearnScapes learning tool that we do use in this course. And then below that is a content page that covers the topic of how to connect to the library off campus. Here's some information on the eSuccess Advisor. Even though there is information in the Start Here page, here is some additional information. Below that is information on the Remote Proctor software, which we are not using for this course, so you really don't need to go through this content page. However, the following 2 content pages you are more than welcome to check out. One is the Accessibility and Academic Assistance at FAU, and below that is technical support information. Now, as I scroll down, you will see that there are, this is where the different weekly course modules are found. So here's for week 1. It is not open yet. However, this is pretty much the breakdown that I have for each weekly course module. The first content page usually provides an overview of the topics that are covered, as well as the materials that are provided to you and the assignments that are due. The following content page includes chapter PowerPoints, terms for the chapter, as well as information from the chapter. Third content page usually has the video lectures, and then after that you have a content page that provides you with the videos for the week, which usually coincide with the chapters that are covered. Then I have any links for that week. And then last is the weekly checklist, which just provides you with a list of whatever is due that week to make sure you've completed it before going on to the following week. All right, so I just wanted to briefly go over that, just kind of give you an idea of how this course is organized. As always, please, if you have any questions or concerns, never hesitate to contact me. You can email me, send me a course message, or text me. Always make sure to include your name and the course you are taking with me. And I'll always do my best to help. I wish you all the best of luck. I look forward to getting to know you all this semester. And I look forward to having an enjoyable semester with you all. Take care, everyone.